What's up guys, Pillow here, and I am here with like a tutorial tips game mechanics video that I'm doing for a friend. He wanted to see how this game worked, so this is basically what this video is about. And if you guys are looking to get this game will also help you. Now you start off creating a new character. There's a small loading screen, don't worry about that. And the first choice you're gonna make is male or female. Now, there's already a problem here. There's a difference. Males tend to have an easier time in the game. What I mean by that is, first of all, if you want to join a faction, the leader's usually not gonna question you because you're a male. He'll only question you because either you've done something bad or you haven't proven yourself yet. For a female, though, he'll say something like, "Oh, women do not belong on the battlefield, so you should not." So the only way to really join a faction is to pretty much capture a castle by yourself, which in the later games it's not very difficult. But that's what you're going to need to do. And also, if you want to marry, I think males a lot easier because, again, females are expected to stay in the castle. So whenever you go to a male asking them to marry, the male will say, "No, you should be in the castle. I don't like your adventurous type killing everyone." And males are already out on the battlefield, so they'll have an easier time going to the females who are stuck in the castle. So we'll just do male. And then these will basically give you some sort of background. I'll just kind of do these random ones. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now you got your skills. Alright, strength. This main one is about your battle stuff. You see all these highlighted in the top right here. It's invisible right now because my mouse isn't, but it says base attribute strength. And it can only be is it 1/3? The maximum you can get one of these is 1/3 of your base attributes over here. So if you want to get these, you can read these on your own, but strength is your battle, agility is like kind of bow and horse stuff, intelligence is like wound treatment, tactics, pathfinding, and charisma is like your leadership skill. That'll get your leadership, persuasion, trade, all that up. So let's just get that up a little bit. I like to get my leadership up usually. Prisoner management. The reason prisoner management is important in the early game is because you need to make money, and after every battle you have a chance of getting some prisoners. Prisoners can be sold in cities, which I'll show you in a sec, for some good money. And the more prisoners you get, the more money you get, and it's a good way to get early. Then you can just get like trainers. Good, it trains your troops after every day, so they get upgraded. Okay, and then I only need my one-handed up. And my archery is up already. That's good. Okay. Enter name here. We'll call it example. Now you have to make your face. You can go and randomize it however you want. I usually just click randomize. Blah, 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 blah. That'll be our guy. And then you can choose one of the 6 factions you want to join. Each has its benefits. Each has its own area, and each area has their own specific type of bandits. Some bandits are more archers, some bandits are horsemen, etc., etc. So I'm just gonna go to Tolga. Okay. Now it's gonna start off you, and you have to fight one person who tries to kill you for some reason. So some aspects of battle, if you scroll up and down, that will change your weapon. I'm going to try archer. Press shift to zoom in, hold left mouse button, and then you can just kind of shoot him in the leg or something. I'm going to try to shoot him in the head as soon as he... Oh! And then you want to switch, and then you just kind of swing how you want. See how it's telling you? If you like move like your mouse left and right, you swing sideways, up and down, you swing up and down, left, right. Okay? And then so shift to zoom in, you want to hold, and there's a little bit of a drop. The larger the distance, the more the drop that you want to do for arrow. Now this merchant is going to be like, "Oh, come help me." And he's going to give you a quest. To talk to people, you need to press F. Okay? F will talk to them. And he'll give you a little quest to save his brother. And the first thing he does is collect 5 men. Now it said to click press Q to get your quests. Your quests are right here. You click them and it'll say what the quest is. Usually, since this is a beginning quest, but other quests say how many days you have left, and they'll have names of people. You can click the names of people, and it'll show where their last known location was last time you saw them or someone saw them. Or you can always ask someone, and they have the most up-to-date location if you're trying to find them. Okay? So you press tab, and you're thrust into this world, and you have no idea what to do. So to zoom out of the map, all you gotta do is scroll back the scroll button, and you see the different colors. Each color is a different faction. This is the whole map. It may look a little intimidating at first since you're so small, but trust me, it gets smaller. So you start off by yourself, and you need to recruit some men, and you have no idea where to recruit some men. So I'm gonna explain some more about the map. You see the big names over here. We got Praven, Suno, Uxhal, Veluka, Yelin, Jalika. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right, but I'm trying my best. These cities are the main cities, and each city has a tavern, arena, marketplace. Sometimes they have a tournament going on. You can walk around the streets or visit the tavern or go in the marketplace. Let's go marketplace first. So for the marketplace, the first thing I would suggest is your party always needs food. Try to get things that don't spoil. Cheese and bread and like dried meat. Those kind of foods don't spoil. Oh, I don't have money. Crap. Well, I'll have to get some money later. You can also sell. They gave you 2 furs in the beginning to sell, but I'm just showing you guys. So you're gonna need food for your party. Now horses, it gives you a crappy horse in the beginning, so you can, once you get farther in the game, you have an upgraded horse. I might show you guys my upgraded, what I have done so far. I haven't fully completed the game, so I'm not a full-on expert, but I'll just teach you guys what I know so far. Armor, you got your armor. You should buy some of this. There's cheaper armor. This will really help decrease the damage when you're in a battle. Right now I just look like some random guy. I don't know. And then you got your arms. You can either go 2-handed, shield. I usually go 1-handed with a shield, and then I get some good arrows, because I like archery. But there's so many ways you can play this game. You can have a crossbow and be on foot, or something like that. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and then you can access the local prices. And okay, let's pause that. Okay. So now I talked to you about cities, and there's castles. Castles are basically just like strongholds. Once you eventually can own a castle, it'll generate you income just as a city. But a city will generate you far more income because they collect on tariffs and taxes, etc. Castles just give you income from just being there. But you can also upgrade your castles by building messenger posts and prisoner towers, and those messenger posts help if someone's besieging your castle, it'll tell you earlier, and if someone's a prison tower helps you prevent prisoners from escaping, because eventually, like I said, you can have those. Did I say that? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. Like eventually you can have those prisoners, and you can just store them in your castle if eventually you own your castle. And these small ones that you can barely see on the map, you see how these are bigger and then the smallest, are called towns. Towns are very important for several reasons. First of all, you're probably going to have a town as your first fief, so that'll generate you a little bit income. But also, let's just go to a town. If you go to a town, they have several things that come up. First thing, recruit volunteers. In the early game, even in the late game, I always go to these to recruit volunteers for my army first. So you have this come up. It's always the most basic troop, that it's the lowest down troop. So you get that. So you lose money, but now you have troops, see? And if you press P your party, it shows how your party. Once he gets enough experience, you'll be able to upgrade your current skirmisher to for 10 dinars. And then I'm just like this guy. And then once you get enough experience to upgrade your character, you just press C, or you can click down here. I like pressing C, and you can upgrade your character again. Okay? And another way to increase your army is if you visit the tavern, Usually this is a ransom broker. This is what I was talking about. You talk to him and he will he will buy your prisoners no matter how many you have. This is a person. This is one of the companions that you can have, and they can be very beneficial. You can have these companions, and they're like their own kind of troop. They're just like you in the fact that they are characters and they gain levels, and you could choose how to upgrade them. So, and I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, I made her join. And here are some mercenary cavalry, but I can't hire them because I don't have enough money. But again, you could go to the tavern and hire random troops if you really want some army. Now that I have Katrin, I'll show you guys something about my party. See, now that I have Katrin, it says here my trade goes up, first aid goes up, and wound treatment. I'll show you guys why. So you talk to her. You can also change your armor. See, let me see your equipment. What can you tell me your skills? You can separate them, or you can ask them. What can you tell me about your skills? And we'll see. These are her skills so far. And you see, trade is up. It says party skill. So whoever has the highest skill, you can have multiple kinds of these companions. Whoever has the highest trade that will be your base attribute for trade. So there's no reason to trade. And inventory management is 7. It's a leader skill, but I think, let me see if it'll work. No, it doesn't. But see, if you get the party skills for your followers up, so it's like I have one in my other one that has surgery, first aid, and wound treatment up, so he's basically my medic, and that really helps later on because I don't have to train it. I could train stuff that I want, such as leadership and inventory management, stuff like that. So that's just, you could look more into that into depth when you read every single skill and what it does, but that's pretty much it with that. Let's see. Visit tavern. Wait, I need to get some more troops. Oop. Escape will make you leave, and you need to press tab to go to all these menus. Now, so we'll go to another city, and we'll recruit some volunteers. And I'd watch out for these looters. Oh, looters aren't really that good. But in this earlier game, there's not going to be that much bandits just because it made it easy for you, and you don't have the army. But later game, if you lose your entire army, you might be in a little bit of trouble. So I collected my little bit of trouble because you don't have the army. Oh, I need some more men. Okay. So you can just go from city to city recruiting some people. Oh, I don't have enough money. If you don't have enough money, you can always just go and sell your furs, and I'll show you guys an easy way to do that. So you visit the tavern. Go to the marketplace, I'm sorry. Go to the goods, and right here it'll say your money and your money. The way to sell it, you just click left click, and it'll sell it. And then when you click return, it'll say you got 699 dinars. Okay? Once you do that, you will then you can go back and get those people. And then you recruit your people, and then you're gonna go and do your first little battle against the sea raiders or looters. I think it's looters. I'll just show you that first battle, then I'll talk about all these things on the bottom, and then I'll show you guys an updated version of what I have done so far. Very well. I should hunt for bandits. So first thing, you need to kill some bandits, and they're usually just like around here because they make this quest. Band of robbers. See, there you go. I've been looking for you to tell me. Okay, so you have 10 troops fit for their 4, and you can either charge the enemy, which I highly say that. Oh my God, I can't talk. Which I highly recommend, or you can order your troops to attack without you and just have them do it by themselves and save the time. But half the time, if you don't do that, a bunch of them die. This time, so you got this. Now you got movement orders that you can do. If you press F1, you can say hold this position, and they'll come over you and hold this position. You can press follow me, charge. You can also press F2. F2 will advance temptations, spread out, stand closer. So I'll just go advanced temptations, and then F4 doesn't do anything. Everyone. Okay, so now we're just gonna go and press charge. we'll go to battle. You move with WASD, just in case you haven't found out. You can jump with that, and then sprint, and to zoom in is shift. So I'll grab my bow, and I'll try to shoot him far away. Wow, my bow is so bad right now. So I'm trying to hit him right now. If you're moving, your bow will be a lot less accurate than if you try to stand still, even on the horse. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And they're killing everyone. I'm trying to kill this guy. I'm completely missing though. Oh, come on. I got 6 damage. Yeah, it's really bad. Why is it showing me this tutorial? I don't know. Yeah, that's it with the battle phase. And I'm gonna quit this game and show you guys an updated version of the map after what I have played. Now you'll start off either getting small quests. Oh, I don't care about this anymore. See, I can capture these guys and sell them at the ransom broker. And you can also, after you grab loot, and in the late game you really don't buy anything because it's unnecessary. But that, and then some of your people might be ready to upgrade. Yeah, see, press P. One is ready to upgrade. Upgrade to just buy, and your money, your weekly cost goes up right here. And your morale is really important. So I'm gonna save and exit, and I'm gonna load my other game. See how far I've got on this one? It's pretty nice. Okay, now this is the updated map, and you can notice there's no more yellow. That's because I took over and made this my own faction. I'll talk about that in a second, but you'll start off with small quests to get your renown up. Why is that important? Let's go to character. No. Notes. Characters. Your renown up is important for, first of all, more people are likely to listen to you. Second of all, more people are more likely to follow you. And what that means is your army size will be able to go up with that. Wow, my mouth is really dry right now. More people will be able to follow you. This is very good for several reasons. As you can see, my party right now is 119. Let's upgrade some of these guys while I'm just talking. I'm probably not even gonna save. Yeah, so you'll start off with quests. You can usually these small towns, you could go to the village center. Let's just do that. I'll show you guys what I mean. And you can start off doing the quest. So you go to the village center. Oh, these guys hate me, so I probably shouldn't go here because I think I looted this a while ago. Let's go to Tamuth. See, okay, this is what I was talking about, your income. After every week, get income. So I get my rents and tariffs from my 2 big cities. I get I get more from my 3 castles that I have. And then I get some lost tax activity, and I got wages for each castle, because in each castle that I have, you'll see I have a garrison of people. In this one I have 143 people. And if you go manage this garrison, right here is all your prisoners, and right here is the people that you have guarding your castle. And it's important to get, like, once you get to this pay, to get like 100 people or so in each castle or each city, so that way it can stall while you run over to help defend it. Okay, so if you go to the cities, that's where, I don't care about that. Shut up. If you go to your cities, that's where usually the first quests are. So if you go to the village center and you walk around, and you're going to have to find the town, what is he called? Town something. Where is he? He's a guy who stands still and he doesn't move around, so he's kind of usually easy to find. But I'm having trouble right now. Where is he? Oh, there he is, I think. Yeah. Village Elder. You talk to him, and you can get tasks from him. Blah, blah, blah. So you can get quests from him. That's where your beginning quests are. Eventually, you can go to the main cities, go to the castles, and ask people to go for quests and stuff. And eventually, you'll prove yourself into battle, and you can join a faction. And solely with a faction, it'll give you more quests, like, oh, go scout out these areas. The marshal will usually tell you, bring this amount of troops to me, and we'll go and battle someone, or something like that. So just follow that along, and it's pretty straightforward. if you want to follow a faction. Now, if you want to create your own faction like I did, you're going to need to get a castle or a city. This is the first city I got. By besieging it, which I'll show you on this castle. By besieging it and... oh, whatever, let's just accept peace. By besieging it and then claiming it. Now, before you do that, you might want to... no, not that. Reports. View character report. You might want to get your right to rule around to 50. You can do that by just having fiefs, having castles, stuff like that. Eventually, it'll just get your right to rule up to 50, so other rulers don't challenge you and just come down upon you when you first get your castle. So you're going to besiege your castle, and I guess I can't do that now because I'm peace with him, but it's pretty easy. You just click this and it would say besiege castle around here, besiege castle, and then it'll take some time either to build a siege tower or ladders. And based on your engineering skill, you build that. Once those are built, you can attack. You can have your troops attack with you, or you can lead assault. And keep in mind, you will lose a lot of men when you're trying to take a castle because, again, they have the high ground. They're shooting down at you. They can funnel you on the siege tower or the ladders. So you're gonna lose a lot of troops. But most of mine are really upgraded, so I don't really lose that many. But I still lose a lot. Okay. So then you'll have that, and you need to manage your garrisons, and eventually followers will come to your castle, and they usually get pretty bitchy, sorry for my language, if you don't give them a fief, and I'll show you some of that. I'll go to my main town, and my wife is my advisor, so if your morale is too low, people will start leaving you. I'm not going to save, I'm just showing you guys an example. The reason, if you go to reports, party morale, where is that? I can't see because of all this. It says your base morale 50. Party size, for each member it goes down 1. Leadership, mine goes up. Food variety, 12. Recent events, 8. So see how it goes down? And it'll say right here, low. So the way to get that up is battling people, battling bandits. And bandits are a good way for early games to get your experience up, to get some loot. They're a great way, because in the later games they get to around 50, 60 per group. In the beginning they're like 10, 12. So you can get your army leveled up and stuff like that to battle band. So it's a very good way to get money and prisoners and experience in the early games to do that. So I have my faction. I go to the castle, and I have some people here. These are just random people. And this guy I just recruited. He just wanted to be my lord, so I said yes. And this is my wife. So as you are my chief minister, and she has a bunch of things you can do. I can dispatch an emissary and hail war. I can call a vassal for treason. I can make a marshal. Marshal is the guy who decides when we're going to attack or anything, but I can just attack by myself. You can always do that as a king. And you can change your minister or grant a vassal a feast, which I'm not going to do. That's all for now. And I think that's pretty much it. I'll give you guys some more notes. You can camp. That will, if you have a book in your inventory while you're camping, you make a little fort here. You'll do that. Reports will just give you guys a little report about your character. See, it says you are not reading any books. Right here, if you buy books and you camp, you would read them. Your party size, your base size, plus your leadership, plus your charisma, and see how much renown gets you. It's good. Party morale, then lords by relation. Then you have courtship, and I am married to her. And you need to learn poems if you want to marry someone, to talk to them, to speed up the process. You can learn them at a tavern from a traveling bard or something like that. And then faction relations, those are basically, there's only 5 other factions in me. That's because I eliminated the Sarid Sultani, and you can see that right here. Watch notes, factions. This has been defeated by us. Another cool thing about this, if you look up, you can look down here, and right here it'll say bound by truce. He's not going to attack this. They're not gonna take this. They're in War of the Vakers. If you see a faction is at war with a lot of people, maybe you should be at war with them, because then you can. Their army is gonna be spread thin, so it'd be easier to spread castles. And you could just look at all that. And here's mine. It shows all the lords. You can check and look all the lords and all that stuff like that. What else can we see here? We got inventory. This is your inventory. If you want to buy food, a nice way to do that is to go to your goods and you just left click. Hold control, then click whatever you want. Another way you can make money, but you will lose honor, is you can go to towns, and then it'll say take hostile action, which it doesn't do because this is my town. You can take hostile actions, and you can loot and plunder. Now be careful when you're looting and plundering, because you can't move around, but you will get some good money. You'll get some silk and stuff. You could get like 5,000 dinars to sell. Dinars is your main currency. See, 138,000, 183 dinars. I have a lot of dinars. So yeah, that's pretty much the game mechanics of this game. That's weird. What else did I want? I want to say one more thing. Can't remember what I want to say. Towns. Poop. Oh, when you're traveling, see how slow I'm traveling right now? This will really help. So if you watch to the end of this video, this will really help you. If you want to travel faster, press control and hold space, and you start going uber fast compared to this or this. But time goes faster, so be careful. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's like barriers right here, so you can't go anywhere over there. Whee! That's the whole map. Okay, and each different faction has their own set of troops. Each different area. Like these guys are horsemen. These are like desert guys. These are, I don't even know. And look how they're about to get destroyed. They have one city left. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, okay guys, if you like this game, I highly recommend it. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, you guys want to see my character? Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom. Look at all this good stuff. Yeah. And I usually just stock up on bread because I enjoy... Bread is easy to manage and all that. How do I read this? Do I have to put it in my party? No, I don't want to discard. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's it. Poop.